BNI starts now.
I'd like to introduce to you Deb Miller. Over the last 25 years, Deb has worked with many small businesses on their brand and marketing strategies. Most of these companies were in the high-tech area, but she also worked with non-for-profit and some municipalities as well. 2 years ago, Deb made the decision to come on full-time with her husband's company to help grow their service and repair side of their electrical business. Deb has 4 children, 2 stepchildren, and 3 grandkids. She has been in BNI for 6 years and 2 years with the regional support team. Deb and her husband, Dave, who is also a BNI member actually, met in the St. Albert Community Band where she plays flute and he plays trombone. When they travel, they like to connect with other BNI members and visit other chapters. They have been to a chapter in Ottawa that has 75 members. They've connected with other BNI trades members when in Dallas and have visited a BNI chapter when they were in Cancun. Deb always enjoys a good glass of wine. She loves to garden and thoroughly enjoyed jumping out of a plane for her 50th birthday. So I will pass this on to Deb now.
Thank you, Kelly. Good afternoon, everyone. And I thought today I'd touch on a little bit more about how to get the most value out of your one-to-ones. One-to-ones are just how we get together, we meet, learn about each other's businesses. So we build that know, like, trust that we, refer each other. Before I go into the Gains profile, I'm going to start off with a little poll to see how we are all doing with our Gains profiles. Kelly, if you'll be able to share the results. So look at that. That's pretty good. Having 74% have completely filled in their BNI profile. 57% have updated in the last 6 months. That's awesome. And that's one of the big issues there is that do we share our Gains profile? So let's talk about that a little bit. Can someone open their mic and quickly tell me what GAINS stands for? Go for it, John.
Goals, achievements, interests, networks, and skills.
There we go. So I'm just going to quickly highlight a few of these because every year you need company goals, right? Goals for yourself, goals personally. So it's really important that you put your goals in your BNI profile and that you review them just like you would when you're setting your goals for yourself. It helps members to know what your goals are so they can help you achieve your goals. And that's all part of BNI, is helping the success of each of us in the chapter. Accomplishments, what are you proud of? You might have done things that none of us know about. You might know somebody really well, but until you kind of look at, oh, I didn't know you did that. So it really is a great way to kind of put your accomplishments that you're proud of. Let's jump ahead of me here. And that people might not know that you've done, right? Interests. Well, as you found out today, one of my interests is music. So again, it's what are those things that you're interested in? Is it, your networks? You could be a church group, sports league, knitting club. Do they still have knitting clubs? This is how we find other connections on what our interests are or ways to introduce someone because you have similar connections. Skills. What are you good at? Axe throwing. Maybe you're an awesome gamer, like I'm sure most of the people who go to Stephanie's business, right? Maybe you're a fantastic two-stepper. Let people know what your skills are. And I put the same thing down, just like Kyle did, Excel. I mean, we're always wanting to know those Excel experts that we can call and say, how do you do this formula, right? Also, being proactive is important. So when you do a one-to-one, you really should be doing a bit of research. It is like a meeting, right? So I highly recommend that you take the time, do your BNI profile, put it on your letterhead, send that ahead of the meeting, right? So you've already got areas of topics to engage in and questions. Look at the person's website. When was the last time you've been to the website of any of your members? There might be topics in there or things that you didn't realize that they do that you want to discuss. What about their Facebook, social media? When you're working with a business partner, it's important to do that research. So take the time, see if they have a LinkedIn profile. What other social media? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? All these things help you get to know not only them as a person, but their business a little bit more. And then the one thing I kind of want to leave you with is, what is the takeaway when you leave that one-to-one? Are you just saying, see you later, see you at the next meeting? When you have a business meeting, you need some type of action, right? What is your action item you're going to take away? Is there an opportunity for that potential referral, right? When you've been chatting, maybe you find out who they need in their contact sphere. So you may not, you might be struggling bringing visitors, but you might know someone that is a good connection so that you can invite them as a visitor for that member. Or it could be just an introduction to a potential referral partner for them. But one of the things I learned when I did the Canadian BNI conference a couple of weeks ago was when you're doing your power of one, where we're supposed to do our one-to-one, our one referral, when you're in that one-to-one, have one question that you can walk away with that allows you to open up a dialogue to introduce a member. So for an example, let's say that I want to introduce John Jones. So I'm talking with someone and I'll say, so how old is your home? And if they said, oh, it's 15 years old, then I could say, you know what? My electrician told me that when your house is over 10 years old, did you know that your smoke detectors are expired? So it's just an easy way to introduce the fact that I know something and I know a person that could maybe help them out. And I haven't had to think of something that was, I don't know how to introduce this person, right? So if each of you have that question, because it might be different depending on your industry or what you do or who you're talking to. So I highly encourage you to come away from your one-to-ones with that question in mind that allows you, and it's not about quickly referring someone, it's how do you open up a dialogue that you can at least bring them into the conversation. So take the time, do your prep work, and come away with an action item from those meetings, and that'll really add a lot of value to the time you're spending together and help you grow your businesses. Thanks, guys.
BNI starts now. Like everyone says it.
Are we all saying it? I'm confused.
What
now.
is it
now? Do we all say BNI?
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
Starts meow.
No. Do you want us to say BNI?
Say it more casually. Like we're not trying to rehearse the most impossible phrase in the world.
No.
BNI
starts
now.
BNI starts now. What was the best one yet?